Good morning. Today is Sunday. Actually, it's good afternoon, December 28th, and this is the week ahead review for beginning December 29th, heading into our last week of trading, last few days actually. So let's get into what we have for economic review, economic data coming up actually. There is nothing coming up tomorrow. You got pending home sales at 9 o'clock. And they may do a little something. It is an orange folder. So you have to pay attention to the folders, what color they are, if they're going to move the market or not, if you're going to be in a position. So that's coming out at 9 o'clock. You also have crude oil inventories at 9:30. It may do a little something there, even though it's a yellow folder. Tuesday, we've got FOMC meeting minutes. Even though it's a red folder and typically it moves the markets, you do have to be careful, but I don't really anticipate much happening right now at the end of the year. Right now, I think all the data is in for that for right now for the first couple months anyways. Powell's going to be gone in May. They'll be announcing a new Fed chair pretty soon. But once they announce the Fed chair, it's going to take some time for that to take effect, for him to get approved or her approved. But I think right now the candidates are all male, so I'm going to say him approved. And so it will take a little time for that to take place, probably till May, I would say. If you're new here and you're not a subscriber right now, please subscribe to the channel, like this video as we try to build up this channel and the trading community. Let's get into Wednesday. You got unemployment claims Wednesday. That may do a little something at 7:30 before the market opens. Thursday, you got a bunch of bank holidays in foreign countries. I don't think anything. Actually, everybody. It's New Year's Day. And then Friday, there'll be a full day of trading on Friday. I'm not sure if Wednesday is going to be a half day or not. So we'll find out about that. I'll make an announcement on that on Tuesday, but everybody should know and be aware of that. Friday will be a full day of trading, and I don't see any economic data happening on Friday, so that should be all clear. Let's get into the ES. What we see for the ES, it was trying to push higher and trying to get to those, trying to get to that all-time high. We're still struggling a little bit. We're looking at a 4-hour chart right now. And I like that we're holding above that December 5th weekly high of 69.63. I think that's going to be important tomorrow for us to hold that level. And then I think for us to push higher, we're going to have to get above that weekly high from November 2nd of 69.88 in order for us to push higher. And then you have this midline regressional trend line that I have here. We're going to have to get above that in order for us to push towards those all-time highs. And if we do get above those all-time highs, I think our next level, we don't have any levels up there. It's kind of uncharted territory, but I would say you probably could push up into this 71.36 level before you get a little resistance. And that's the upper end of this regressional trend line that I have there. If we do lose some of these levels on the downside here, that 69.63, I think we pull back down to that 69.32 first, and then I think that 69.32 level looks like a pretty decent level if we did pull back there. Let's go to a 15-minute chart, get a little micro level. Yeah, see, that looks like a pretty decent level if we did pull back into that 69.63. If we did lose that level, I think we come back down to that 69.32, another decent level to pull back to. And then if we lose that level, another one down there is 69.22. We lose that, we come back down to 69.04. We can take a look and see where these moving averages are right now. You can see that we're well above the 20 and well above the 50-day moving averages. The 20 is sitting down here at 69.11.06. So, as long as we're above those moving averages, it's still bullish. So you're basically looking for pullback longs. So those are the levels that I have here going into this week. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ right now, we did regain this lower end, this regressional trend line, which is good. We're looking at a 4-hour chart right now on this. It is going to be a little heavy right here to push through. You could see it rejected this FMOC low at 25,881.25, And then a bigger rejection came in. Actually, the first rejection came in at 25,931.25. And then we lost this lower level at 25,881.25. So I'm not thinking longs on the NASDAQ unless we can regain those levels first and start pushing higher. However, a good pullback long on the NASDAQ. I do like this level. If we did lose this 25,815, I do like it if we pull back down to this 25,750 level. That's a weekly high set back in November 28th. That is a pretty decent level I have there. You can see right here, back here in November 28th, the market opened, rejected, a big rejection in post-market, and then we got above it. So that level right there showed me good support right here. The next day we came down here, we lost it, and then you could see it rejected it again. But then here on last week, we got above it and we held it. So that, to me, that's showing some pretty good support here. And just up here on the flip side here, you are showing some pretty good resistance up here. So in order for us to get higher here right now, I like us actually a better long for me to get confident. I like us to regain that 26,034 level to push higher into that weekly high of 26,120. If we can regain that 25,000, if we can regain this 26,120 level, I like us to push up into this 26,379. And then if we can get over that midline regressional trend line, I think we push into that all-time high, 26,670. And if we get above that, I like us to get up to that 27,142.20. Can that all happen this week? You never know. But I think we're definitely making a nice comeback here that we lost the beginning part of December here. Let's just show you where these other charts are. Let's go to the moving averages here. So you can see we're well above the 50 and we're well above the 20-day SMA. So if we did lose some of these levels here, so if we did lose that 25,815 and we pull back, I do like a long here at 25,750.75. So it is above the 20-day SMA, but well above the 50-day SMA. So that's something to watch out for if we did pull back into these levels. These will be good long entries also. So I like the longs down here. And then I also, like I said before, if we could push higher through this resistance level, I like the longs up here as well. So let's get into Tesla. Tesla, we lost some levels on Tesla last week, and so right now I have a short-term short bias on Tesla coming into this week. You can see our trading day on Friday. Let's start out here. Let's go over where we had our point of control levels. So Friday, when the market opened, we had this point of control level at 481.99 where the market opened. And so it was pushing higher in pre-market here. So I left that open. I actually did make money on this trade on this candle here. I went short up at this level here and took it down to that point of control of 481.99. That filled. So now what I do with these point of control levels is I will now take this off my chart. And so now, because that point of control did get filled. So actually now what's happening coming into tomorrow, Monday, we have an open point of control level up here now. So I'm going to mark this for tomorrow morning as a point of control level that is going to be open until it gets filled. And I won't take it off my charts until it gets filled. And so I'm going to mark that as 1226 point of control, 26, 5 point of control. And those of you that are new, these point of control levels, this is a script that I have on here that automatically plots it for me. And it shows where the heavy volume is traded at a certain price. And it gives you like the price average right there. So you can see these gray lines that are shaded out here. When this gray line right here shows the heavy volume where it traded at that price level right here. And you can see right in here how this blue line comes here. That's where there's not a lot of volume that was traded in here. Okay, so right here, this shade, that shows it a lot of volume. So that's showing it good support. So this, if it did get back up into this level right here, this is probably a good level of resistance if we got back up there. But for right now, this is going to be a point of control. So like you could see heavy volume coming up here. So if we did pop up here tomorrow morning, this could be a good level of resistance, meaning that if you know, tomorrow you could have a pop and fade type bias coming into the trade tomorrow. So the market pops up here, you could look for to sell it short again. And right now, we lost this 474.07 level. And so I am not thinking longs at all on Tesla until we can regain some certain levels. And this happens to be a huge level for Tesla. And I'll show you where it comes into play. A few months back, I think it was back in, show you back, maybe in October. Yeah, I think it was way back in October here. Yep. So this level right here, this 465, I like this level a lot for Tesla to pull back to. If we pull back to this 465 level, that could be a good long entry for Tesla. You can see this 474.07 level. This was a huge level right here. We lost this level, and then once we regained that level, Tesla really pushed higher off of that level. At 474, we pushed to 499, and now it's losing that level. So right now, going into tomorrow, that 474.07 is going to be a big level coming into tomorrow. So I do not like the longs while we are below this 474.07 level coming into Tesla tomorrow. So that's going to be pretty important. If you fan out here, and if you look at a 4-hour chart that I have here, I've got a longer regressional trend line. Let me see how far back I can go on this. That's good enough, actually. So let me see if I can go 360 on that. Okay, so this longer regressional trend line on Tesla here. If we go back, I would say, let me shorten it up here. We go, yeah, it looks a little better right here. So back here from, I would say from April of this year, that's when we had that big sell-off with the tariffs and everything like that. This is a longer-term regressional trend line right now. And so we are below that longer range regressional trend line. And that's right up here at the 495 level. So now we are approaching this comes right in at that 465, 83 level, along with the lower end of that regressional trend line there. And that's the high set way back in October. So I'm looking, and it's also the low from December 10th. So this is going to be a big level. If we lose that level, I think we come down here to the 454.24 level. No problem. That'll come down there pretty quickly, right? And then on the shorter range, I have a regressional trend line here that I drew from November 14th. And so that'll probably come down here, and that could possibly meet right here. It actually comes in and meets at that 465 level at the same time. So that's why I'm saying, like, if we lose that level, that 454 level, that could come into play as well. And, you know, quite honestly, if we do lose, I would say, you know, if we do lose that 454 level, there could be some downside in Tesla a little bit. But I'd be shocked if we pull back all the way back down here to the lower end of regressional trend line down here at 405. But, you know, with Tesla could eat your heart out. Just when you think it's going to go and shoot to the moon, it can definitely flip on you. So we will definitely take a better peek at things tomorrow morning when the pre-market analysis, when the market's going to open up. You're going to see some movement both in the broader markets and in Tesla. As far as my strike prices I'm going to use for tomorrow, I start off the week always with Friday expiration. So it's going to be January 2nd expiration date, which is tomorrow, which is Friday rather. And I'm going to I had them 500 last week. I said I pretty much on a Friday, I'll trade 0 DT, which means it expires on that same day till about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Then I switched to the following week. And so I switched on Friday to the following week expiration. I made it 500 calls based on where Tesla is right now. I'm probably going to switch this tomorrow morning to start out, and that could change to 495 calls. So you could see right here, it closed at the premium was $3.45, and I'm going to change the price here on the put price, and I'm going to change that to, I had it at 465. I'm going to actually change that to 455 and see what happens to that. So that premium right there is 272. If we get some downside, this will pop up into the $3 premium. And if you're new to this, new to the options, I like trading an option at a minimum of a $3 premium. Why? Because the premiums, once they're above $3, they move in 5-cent increments. If they're below $3, as you can see down here, they move in 1-cent increments. And why is that important? Well, I'll tell you, it's a bigger bang for your buck. So if you get into a trade here and I buy a 5 lot at $2.67 and I sell it at $2.68, I'm making $5. Well, if I buy it at $3 and I sell it at $3.05, I'm making $25. So you're literally making 5 times your money. So that's why you want to trade in a premium. It costs you a little more money to make that trade, but you get a bigger bang for your buck right away. So that's what I'm going for to start the day. That could all change tomorrow after pre-market, and who knows what kind of data will come out. But anyways, again, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to the channel, like this video. Also, if you hit the description down below, you can join the Discord community for live trading that I do from 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central Time every morning, Monday through Friday. And all I do is trade Tesla, and I go over the 5-minute opening range trade, of which one thing I did not go over. But if you could see here, this is the 5-minute opening range trade. I have this automatically plotted for those of you that are new. This automatically plots the 5-minute opening range trade. And if you could see, if you took that 5-minute opening range trade on Friday, that was actually a beautiful trade. Also, the range was 490.90 for the high and 485.22 for the low. So if you took that once it broke it, once you broke that low, you could have taken it all the way down here at 476. You could have gotten about $10 out of that move, whether you're trading the actual stock, the equity price, or the premium. So if you're getting $10 out of the stock price, you're probably getting at least $5 or $5.50 out of the premium price, and that translates into big dollars, right? So we can go over more of that tomorrow during the pre-market, and then if you want more detail on it, you come to the live trading room in the Discord community. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and join the Discord community. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody, and I will see everybody tomorrow. Thanks.